Okay, just waiting. I think we got her. There she is. Yay. Amazing.
Hey, we did it.
We did it. Just a little bit of a pause for some events, as one would do, and we're here. We made it.
Yeah, we made it.
I told
Barely.
I told everybody to wish you a happy anniversary. So if anybody wants to do that, below,
Yeah.
my dear. You should
Thank
check
you.
out Michelle's stories. She has none other than Colin Mockery wishing a happy anniversary, which is pretty awesome.
I freaked out. Like I don't get like celebrity, like, people screaming, but I was like, oh my God, I like lost my mind when he sang that little ditty. And yeah, it just was so like unexpected. Like I didn't know you could do that. I was like, how much did you pay for this? It's a really cool idea.
It's amazing. And you have that forever now. So that's
forever. And now if I ever run into him, I have like a reason to be like, hey, so actually.
Yeah. You wished me a happy anniversary. And he's gonna be like,
Yeah.
what? Fine.
Yeah.
You bust out your phone, show him, and all's good.
Yeah.
So I was giving a bit of an intro to you before, in case anybody has not seen your page yet, which if you haven't, what the hell is wrong with you?
Where have you been?
So Marisol, custom cookies. They are gorgeous and delicious. The intricacy of the designs is incredible. And I was mentioning that you and I actually met, but through Instagram, and became real life friends probably about 4 years ago. So
Yeah.
So it's pretty. So Instagram has some magic to it, and this little live series is actually kind of a pivot from a podcast that I have called IRATE, and the premise of that podcast is owners, primarily in the hospitality space, about online platforms and ratings and customer interaction like that. What's on well, so check out her episode, good one. But I wanted to do something in this kind of a format to talk about the climate in today's world, because things that we talked about easy, my friend.
Acid rain climate.
Well, because a lot of things have changed since your episode of the podcast and just life in general. So your brief bio that I gave so far was, the incredible cookies, the attention to detail, the countless amazing brands and clients that you've had and worked with.
Thank
you. And then so flash forward to today, or March 16th, when everything was ordered to shut. Walk us through what was that for your business, and then in turn for you personally, because you're also a mom of 2 little tots. So yeah, it's heavy. So what was that like for you?
I mean, so yeah, March 16th, it kind of said like everyone has to shut down unless you fit this criteria to be an essential business. But maybe 6 days before, I actually told everyone that they should stay home for the next week or two. Like I was afraid for their health. I didn't know what would happen, but I just knew that it felt like I had this weird feeling all of a sudden. I'm like the most opposite of like a paranoid person. I'm like too laid back with stuff like this usually. And I just, it felt crazy to tell them. I said, I know you're all going to think I'm insane, but we're going to close the shop next week.
Was that just intuition, or were you following like the news and stories? Just felt like that was.
I was following news and stories, and I saw this one article. One article pushed me over the edge where the person said cancel everything. That was the title of the article. And then they went on to cite, because I'm a history nerd, and they went on to cite the Spanish flu as one of the first references I'd seen where people were drawing parallels between how the government was handling this versus that. And it doesn't really matter that it was 100 years ago. It's the same thing. It's something we can't control, that we don't have a cure for. And hospitals were being overloaded then too. So I looked at that and I saw what was happening in Italy, and I said, the shit's about to hit the fan. And we basically finished all the orders we had due for the next week, and made sure they would get out, and then made like closed the doors on Tuesday. We took no more orders for the next week, and Friday was everybody's last day. I didn't think it would be their last day for this long. I figured honestly 2-3 weeks if we are all like lay low and everyone, but I didn't know. So it's lasting a lot longer than I thought. It's soul crushing. It's like, and you just don't know how much longer it's going to last. And for us, because we do mostly fully custom and like big events, that's my bread and butter is gone. Like, yes, I get the occasional for a birthday, a baby shower, and we love doing them, but I can't have the shop open to make 2 dozen cookies or 3 dozen cookies a few times a week. So those many, much larger orders of many hundreds of cookies are not going to come in for the foreseeable future. So I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's truly kind of like unprepared. I think that people were it in little bites at first, with some canceled and some things, for catering canceled, because people were just, cautious and things like that. And then it kind of started to snowball. I mean, I know you custom appointment only. So for my shop, I started seeing, a big dip in foot traffic kind of that week leading up.
Yeah.
Like something was kind of going on. And you were like, let's push through this. It's going to be okay. Progressively, it's like, do. And then, a few days later, it's like, shut it down. Nothing's happening. So then it was just, spiraling for right. So, or canceled, things like that. And then, you decided not to report in to the shop and not to do that, right? And
I mean, basically my husband's company also told them everyone has to work from home. And then we looked at each other and we were like, well, we can't have the nanny come. And then, like I said, this was before, and I was like, well, we can't send her to school. And then all of a sudden I became a full-time stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I would say as crazy as it is and as frustrating as it is, because I know you love what you do, I can't imagine juggling all of that at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you can't. Like,
no, it's too much, right? This is just like,
it's quite literally impossible. And I don't think anything's impossible, but sometimes I just stop to like answer an email and my kid cracks his head open, and it's like, they're little. Like, you have to watch them 24/7 or they will hurt themselves, hurt each other, cause a fire. Like, you can't stop watching them. They could strangle themselves on anything in the house. Like, doesn't matter what you have that's child-proof, they'll find a way around it in that 1 minute that you stopped paying attention to them. So it's a full-time job, and then you have to add to that, like, we got to eat. And so I have to cook, and then you got to clean up the mess, and then you got to do the laundry. So it's being a full-time mom, but with no like real breaks, because no one comes over to help. There's no babysitter once in a while to do something on your own one night. It's like, yeah, the in-laws don't stop by and watch them for a couple hours. You're really full-time in the throes of parenting. And I think if they're a little older, like Julia's 3, then she'll watch a movie by herself for an hour. But James is 16 months old. He could care less about anything for more than 10-15 minutes. So I think if your kids are at different ages, it's a little easier. But regardless, it's hard because, like, they know something weird is going on. She wants to go outside. She asks for her friends, her teacher. And so all of that, I can barely work 2 or 3 hours a night with what's like left up here and produce anything. So it's like in a week I get 1 day's worth of work done. It's really the equivalent of about what I would do in a normal week. And that's hard. Like 1 day's worth of work in a week of like at night holding my eyeballs open so I can like do a spreadsheet and put things in. Yeah, it's like there's nothing left up here after a day of full-time momming.
Yeah, you're depleted, right? Like you only have so much in you, and then when all the juice is squeezed out, you're like, I'm tapped. Like I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, what's
And
left?
they get up at 6 a.m. and they don't care that you wanted to stay up till 2 to complete a project or like work on something. So that's the other thing, that like the urge to want to like pull an all-nighter gets really dulled when you know someone's going to be up at 6 a.m. expecting food, attention, conversation. There's no like, I need 5 minutes. It's like,
Right. No, they're ready to rock.
yeah.
Go. What's been are there any sidebar, are there any shows or songs that they're like obsessed with that you cannot handle anymore? Played it sometimes. Say it again. It
Are you
broke up a
there?
little bit. What is it? I'm here. Yeah.
Baby Shark was a song written by the devil to just make parents lose their minds slowly. Like it is the worst song. It has no point. It's inaccurate. Like sharks don't do.
That's what you're concerned about?
Grandma sharks can't have teeth like this or she won't be alive. Okay, so Grandma Shark is also and I think it's insulting to grandmas that they're like.
It's so ageist. It's disgusting.
Baby Shark is horrible, but I'll let them listen to it. They don't like ask for stuff that many times. Like, and I'll flat out say, like, you just watched this, but you're not watching the same thing again. You can pick something else, because I don't know. I think it's weird for them to watch like the same movie twice in a row. Like, let's give that mind a break.
Yeah, but like I feel like I can't experience, but I feel like kids are like, I loved it. Like I want to see it immediately again. The best ever.
Yeah. Oh, she asks for it. She asked for it. Like that Trolls movie that came out as a pre-sale. It was $20 to rent it for 2 days, and these bastards know that these kids, like every day, she's been like, "Can I watch the rock and roll Trolls movie?" I'm like, "No, I'm not paying $20 to rent it for 2 days again."
That's a weird. Is that what it is? That how things work now? It's like $20 and
I think it's how they're trying to make back like those lost movie theater ticket sales, because ain't nobody going to movies for like a year.
Well, so all right. So on that point, I want to ask you a question that's always festering in my mind, and that I've asked a few people so far, just in life, because I am curious. I don't know with your situation, having to be with the kids and at home, like, if going to the grocery store is an activity that we're able to do or not really. I myself, I have to because I'm sure a lot of people in New York know. If you're in other places, this may be a totally, different situation. But in New York, it may be getting easier. I don't know, but delivery, like grocery delivery, has been virtually impossible. So
there isn't any still.
Yeah, it's like every single day, like blacked out. You cannot get anything. So you have to go. But the experience is unlike anything that you are used to. So I would love to hear what you think grocery shopping is going to be like once the home order is lifted. Do you think it'll be the same? Because right now what it is masks, gloves.
Thing is, my phone's dying, and when it flashes like you have 10% battery left, it like pauses the screen. But anyway, I have 10 minutes because it's my 8th year wedding anniversary, and Andrew's opening up a bottle of wine. I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen, and I hate to say this, but I think I'm right. I think that even when governments lift orders of you know, stay at home, whatever, people are still going to be pretty scared. Like, it just means that now when you get to the hospital, we can handle you. It doesn't change anything else. I do
Right.
think statistics are misrepresented because I think there's many more people that have had it than they're saying. And so then your chances of getting it are probably less than we even think. But still, that's something that you don't want to get, right? Like, I'm not
Right.
trying to get this where a month later people are still saying that it hurts to breathe when I know 2 people depend on me that
Yeah.
no one else can really care for. Andrew has to work. He's the only one making money right now. So that's the other reality of this, that like somehow you have to find a way to make money.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be weird for a while. I think grocery stores are going to be weird for a while. I think a lot of us have turned into germaphobes maybe for life, and we've now got kids that are going to be germaphobes.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like Asian countries where you'd always be like laughing when you see the Asian person with the mask on at the airport, and you're just like, dude, it's fine here. Not anymore. Like, I don't know. I don't trust. I'll never trust as much as I used to. I think this is not going to leave our minds that quickly, and it's going to be like a year before there's a vaccine. So every business right now needs to be thinking of how they're going to live in the world the way it is now for a year. Just figure it out, because it could be that long before there's real, like, okay, we can have concerts again. There can be big events, corporate sponsored things. Like, everything's being sent in the mail right now. People aren't going to big stadiums. It's going to be like that for a while.
Right. Well, so to that point, for your specifically, how how do you figure like pivoting might look like for you in the future, or are you not even in that headspace right now, but you have to think about it, want to think about it? Yeah. Okay, good. No,
I have
don't
so many I have so many ideas, but like, when can I do them? I have had one idea that I gave birth to about 2 weeks ago, and in those last 2 weeks, I've gotten information together. I've gotten my ducks in order, but now to like execute, I need time. I need time for phone calls during the day, not at 8 o'clock at night when they've gone to bed. I
yeah.
need to figure out marketing. Like, I'm trying to move a big boulder by myself with a 1 hour a day, you know. Like, I don't have staff anymore. I don't have my amazing people that can bring my ideas to life, and I can say, let's get this done, this done, this done. And it's very hard to operate on that scale and bring back to me being not even one person. I'm like a tenth of a person because I have kids now. So I don't know. I have a lot of ideas. I'm being patient with myself, to be honest. There's people in much worse scenarios. I don't have to worry about the roof over my head or the food on my plate. And I'm grateful for that. And, you know, everything else, it is what it is. Like, no one knew this was coming. This has fucked everybody over somehow. And so, like, I have days where I feel so bad for myself, but what is that going to fix in the end is the idea. So I have ideas. I hope I can bring them to life quickly enough before, you know, people are like, we've we've been doing that, or we've seen that now. I'm going to try to do as much as I can about like online classes and teaching.
Yes.
Um, but again, just time is a valuable resource, and I have maybe 2 hours of it a day.
Right.
Rough if you're a parent right now and a small business owner and watching kids full time.
Yeah, it's you have your hands completely full.
Yeah.
So you know, patience, like you said, is really going to be where it's at right now because it's still uncharted territory, still unknown, right?
Yeah.
You're throwing some dates out of when things slowly start reopening
Yeah.
here, but still, even once that happens, what is the reaction going to be in the community and everything, right?
Yeah.
So all we can do in the meantime is kind of be there for one another,
Mm-hmm.
check in with each other, right? Like,
Yeah.
just, hey, how you doing? Like, are you alive? Like, love
I
you.
know.
No,
I love your
whatever.
text messages where you're just like, if you ever want to just bitch and complain, call me.
Yeah, totally fine. Because like, like I know that phrase keeps getting, thrown out that we're in this together. I have points of that I agree with. Other points I'm like, we're not all in it together. Like there are multiple levels of this for lots of different people. The one thing is that, you know, we're life is changing for everybody collectively. So in that sense, it is true. But I don't take up all your time because it's anniversary to celebrate that. Let's see if this works real quick. I made a little thing. Damn it! Okay, so it's like,
how did you do that?
Don't ask because it's not that great, obviously. Like,
I think it's great. I don't know any of this stuff.
Okay, well,
I'm like a dinosaur in the social media world now.
Everybody come back on Wednesday. I'm going to speak with a dear friend, Danielle. I will have this thing perfected. So I'm going to fill in the blanks, but if you're watching, you can probably do that yourself. So here, how to help. So your Etsy shop, currently closed, right? But once it's back up, you can get
that's gonna be our lifeline, right? It's gotta go online. It's gonna be products and classes and cookie cutters, and that's on Etsy. We might do like a Shopify through the website, but again, time, resources. So the Etsy shop right now, you can get gift cards, and when we open back up, I'm praying like mid-May, right?
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying. So mid-May, we'll get the Etsy shop back up and we can at least ship things to everyone.
Brilliant. And so that's where that is. The part that you can't see just says Tiny Kitchen Tree. And then here you're going to offer some classes, right? Like free classes, you said?
Yeah, there's going to be, I'm grateful just the fact that I've been able to get this far in my dream, right? It like forces you to pause and be like, you've gotten really far. You will keep going. Like, don't underestimate yourself. So there's going to be free things for people, just thanking them. And then we'll release like a subscription DIY cookie decorating box. And the best way to follow along with that, I think even better than Instagram because of the algorithm, is just sign up for the subscription newsletter on the website, because I despise spam. I will never ever spam anyone, but I'm gonna be like, hey, there's a free class posted, you know, and trust me, that's not happening that often because I can only produce maybe one class a month.
But that's plenty. That's great. You know what I mean? It's something for people.
It's something.
That's how subscription things and boxes work anyway. It's something special. It's not over in your face. It's great. Don't apologize. You're welcome, everybody.
You're welcome.
So, I mean, obviously follow if you're not already, duh. And
you better be.
That's what I'm saying. So, Marisol, thank you for doing this. Thank you for sharing your current situation, your feelings. I feel your presence on your page is very incredibly authentic, and you are real to the nth degree anyway. But I like doing these too because it brings a little human quality to everything, and that's where it's not just a picture and some text. So this is nice. So thank you for taking the time anniversary after the kiddos have put to bed. That doesn't sound.
Thank you.
They went to sleep. That's right. Okay, good.
It's terrible, but you just say we're going to put them down. It's like, wait, but why do we use that terminology? I don't know why. Let's start saying put them to bed, because you're right. That's weird.
Yeah. Well, everything is weird right now.
Right.
But one thing that wasn't was this conversation. So thank you again. I'm going to post this so everybody can rewatch it who hasn't been able to join in. Pop the champagne. Have plenty of drinks for me and everybody else. Enjoy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'll speak to you soon.
I know. And you know what? I have to tell you guys, you know, I'm the one being interviewed here, but I'm going to have to introduce Krish because your story is incredible. You are full of kindness. You surprise me with little things when you know I'm needing it. And you're an amazing person. And I know we're both going to make it through this because there's no other fucking choice when you work this hard already.
Right. Truth. Amen. All right. Perfect. I'll be on your live next.
All right. Deal.
Good night,
Good night, everyone.
Bye.